in the next few years. But getting off of currency debasement, I get Bitcoin is the neutral settlement layer. So where does Lightning come into all of this? What's your view of Lightning? What's the role of layer twos? How do you define a layer two and help the audience, because you know more than anybody about that?
Well, so once you build the conviction that Bitcoin is the neutral settlement network for all payments in the world, you know that it's secure, you know that it's decentralized, you know that its value can't be messed with. You have to make it fast and cheap. And so Bitcoin is very secure on layer one, but it's slow. It takes 10 minutes for a new block to be added, about 10 minutes. And the fees, especially now that there are more things that are being published on the Bitcoin blockchain, the fees are quite high. And so here comes the Lightning Network, which is basically a payment layer two on top of Bitcoin that enables really fast, like near real time, and really cheap movement of Bitcoin. And when we started that journey almost 2 years ago, we realized that Lightning was actually great at a theoretical level, but really hard to operate for mainstream companies. And so what we did at Lightspark is we built an enterprise-grade platform that enables companies to connect to the Lightning Network without any of the complexities of running a node, deploying liquidity, opening channels, finding routes, splitting payments into smaller payments, and reassembling them on the other side to make sure that they arrive at the right destination. All concepts that are quite foreign for companies that are just looking to connect to an endpoint and send and receive transactions reliably. And so that's what we've been doing. And we're very happy that actually this week, Coinbase started launching support for Lightning on our stack. So that's a major milestone for the network and also for our company, bringing one of the largest exchanges in the world with 100 countries and about 100 million customers onto the network, which is a big milestone for us.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And you know I come back with that video just to make you think.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And make sure you join the Patrons. If you're not a part of the Patrons, make sure you're in the Cash App. And if you're part of the premium Patreon stock account, make sure you go and watch that video. I uploaded today. It's very important. But guys, we have Bitcoin Lightning. And those who've been with me from the beginning know I used to do a Bitcoin Lightning video once a week. And we know Bitcoin could have scaled. We had Samson and Roger Ver used to fuss all the time. But Bitcoin definitely could have scaled if you read the white paper. But the NWO had better plans. Now we have altcoins, DeFi, NFTs. But Bitcoin is the checking account for these machines. When the robots, algorithms, and drones take over. Remember, with crypto, now the machines have money. And with Bitcoin and blockchain, you'll never be able to cheat the machine. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And guys, we have TV transforming. We have Telly bringing active ads to the television. And of course, they dangle that carrot, giving you a free television so they can know you better than you know yourself. A one-stop shop. And we know what they're going to do with all that data. And when you add in universal basic income being digitally dropped inside of your wallet, they will be able to send you items before you even want them. I know it sounds like a movie, but remember, guys, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And of course, it has a camera up there. And yes, they say, oh no, we're not going to use it. But we know for a fact they'll be able to see everything that's going on in your home. That's just like with Wi-Fi, these routers. With these advanced routers that are coming, they'll be able to see what's going on in your home. Yes, you can't make this stuff up. But remember, guys, the technology that we see now is nothing like the technology they have behind the curtain. Only thing you have to do is do your research on DARPA. Remember, all the technology that we get, majority of it was tested in the military, even when it comes down to fast food. Yes, you can't make this stuff up. But the fourth industrial revolution is moving fast forward, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse, get that free money downloaded. But little do they know that money is programmable, telling them what, when, and how to buy. And they have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And because it's on blockchain, it gives the NWO the all seeing eye so they can know you better than you know yourself. And then also they'll be able to delete you. And we know this is biblical. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
All right, with the rise of streaming TV disrupting traditional television, the TV ad space has been in decline. I mean, we know that. But one company is looking to change that. Telly is a new TV maker that gives you a dual screen 55-inch television for free. But there is a catch. Before you order a Telly, you answer more than 100 questions about your household, your viewing habits, your interests, and more. Telly will ship to you with personalized advertising, and then it knows what you're doing and gives you advertising always on the screen. Joining us now is Telly founder and CEO Ilya Posen. Ilya, thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
No, I mean, by the way, Harman Kardon soundbar, you were blasting some music earlier. It sounds good, like, you know, like a Sonos soundbar or something. All right, this is free.
Yep.
So how do you make money?
Yeah, so we make, first of all, this is the smartest TV on the market. If we were to sell this TV, it would have to be well over $1,000, but as you said, we're giving it away completely free. This thing goes beyond television, right? It's dual screen. It's got a second screen at the bottom that shows you sports scores and news and weather. We've got a camera on here that lets you do Zoom calls and fitness and gaming, right? Voice assistant, all $0, right? All this stuff, and we keep updating it every month, making it better and better. So it's like a Tesla, it keeps improving. But as you said, we got to monetize, right? So how do we make money? The advertisers cover the cost of the TV.
This
Screen is on when your top screen is on. So no matter when you're, whatever you're watching, we're able to monetize using the bottom device. So our consumers, because of all the beyond TV features that we have, actually use the TV far longer than a traditional TV. Traditional TV is used about 3 hours a day or so. We're almost double that in our usage time, right? So
earlier I posted you and my producer Chelsea playing whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
There's games on here, and because the camera, you can move. It's super.
And the game's
advanced.
First of all, the games aren't even out yet. We're showing a little preview that's coming out in 2 weeks. But that's the whole point of this thing. We keep making it better and better because we overloaded it with extra computing power, extra sensors, just to make this thing future-proof, right? And the advertising pays for. Check this out. So there's a Pizza Hut ad right there. We press B to open, and this is something a TV can't do, right? We literally are now on pizzahut.com, and we can order a pizza right from your screen. So typically when an advertiser advertises on television, it's just a brand ad. That's it. You just
they hope they're reaching the right.
But it's just really for exposure. If you're an advertiser, you want conversion, you go to web mobile, right? But finally, if you look at this device, it's almost like a mobile tablet attached to a TV.
Yeah.
That's why we're able to get conversion rates and engagement from Telly that you're not able to.
All right, I need you to help me out with something, because are you? I mean, if I'm sitting on my couch, shirtless, dripping corn nuts on my chest,
no one wants to see that.
No one's in the house, and I don't want you to see it either. Is that watching me?
Absolutely no. If you look at the camera that's shut, right, completely, and we stay above every privacy law. We don't use the camera whatsoever. It's only there for the consumer use case, to play video games, to do Zoom calls, to do fitness, things like that.
Okay.
We don't look at you.
So you know what I'm watching.
Yeah.
Last call, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern time, Monday to Friday, by the way. But you're not watching me watch that screen. Okay.
No.
That's comforting.
No, but
when we talked about this earlier, I was a little bit confused.
Yeah,
I was a little scared about it.
Yeah, no, we don't do that. But let me give you an example. So this is me opening up Zoom on the TV, right? So now the camera will physically open.
Yep, there it is.
You're right there.
Putting up.
And now we're on a Zoom call, right? This is something, once again, your
cool.
TV can't do. But you know what's crazy is that it's 2024. Our TV hasn't changed in 10 years, right? TVs right now do the same thing they did a decade ago. We changed all that. We built a TV that should be for the modern age. If you look at the iPhone, if you recall, when the iPhone came out, it killed all these other devices, right? We had cameras, GPSs, music players. Now they're all gone, right? Because your smartphone can do that.
I'm jamming the camera up, I feel like.
With Telly, we're doing the exact same thing. Because TVs didn't innovate. They stopped innovating. All these other devices popped up. You now need to buy a speaker and a voice assistant. All of that comes.
And folks, I can tell you, it's not a commercial, but the sound, this sound bar, they were jamming some music earlier. I felt like I was, disco was fantastic.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
I hate when countries go off the dollar. I would not allow countries to go off the dollar, because when we lose that standard, that will be like losing a revolutionary war. That will be a hit to our country, just like losing a war. And we can't let that happen. And too many countries now are fighting to get off the dollar.
Cryptoteacher and the new World Order book, plus the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.